Traditional roles are a demand by men. They still live up to the traditional roles. Most men still live with the mindset of the 1950s. So today's MGTOW and Cuntenomics. I don't have to get into the whole Cuntenomics situation, such as how a man and woman should both pay on dates, how a man and woman are equal to each other, so therefore they should be equally paid, right? Because they all like to say that they're equal. Where's the equality in a man paying for the date, paying for her car insurance, paying for her health insurance, paying for her rent, paying for her food, paying for her clothes, paying for her children? Where is the equality in that? The equality that they speak of. So clearly they do not want equality. Which brings us back to Cuntenomics. Cuntenomics is simply, I want special treatment, but I also don't want to give you special treatment. I want it all, I want it all, I want it all. Do it my way, or there's the highway. Cuntenomics is a woman's way of valuing herself. And I know a lot of men do not understand this, so I'll try to bring it out as simply as I can. A woman values herself on the opinions of men. I know you don't believe this, I know you might think it's hard to swallow, but it is true. Be it from your social crap you see on television that they imitate, be it to how they invade male spaces, or be it simply how they hate men, yet their goal to achieve is to become like men. Everything that females do is influenced off of men. Everything that they demand to want to have is demanding to have the same equality as men. So Cuntenomics, to have everything that men have without any of the responsibility or burden that men have. Cuntenomics, to be treated as a special queen and to treat everybody else like they are slaves. That is not a world I wish to partake in as a man. And I do not like to see other men going down that road, and sadly I have been seeing many men go down that road like stupid, retarded bugs to a zapper. I try to warn them, they do not listen to me, which is such a stupid thing to do. But that's their choice. I have tried to save men, to pull them away from a harpy, gold-digging, Cuntenomics-using piece of trailer trash. And I have successfully succeeded in some and failed in others. I'd like to get back to Cuntenomics now. When men go out on dates with women, they are forced to pay on the first date. This is actually expected. The reason that it is expected is because the woman wants to see how much the male values her. I don't know if any of you watched the television show The Big Bang Theory, but I recently heard something in there which I already knew to be true. But I can guarantee you that all the men in the world who watched that television show did not catch on to this phrase. It was a phrase between Leonard and Penny. And Leonard said that he was scared of marriage. Penny said that she was scared of marriage. And then she followed it up by saying, "What do you mean that you're scared? Your blind infatuation with me was what we were basing this all on." And then you hear the canned laughter on television. And I guarantee you, all the viewers laughed at that without actually understanding what she was saying. Do I need to break that down, or do you all understand it without me breaking it down? Because, hey, I only make 10-minute videos. If you want me to just break it down on there, fine, I will. If so, leave it in the comment box below, and I'll break it down for you. Back to Cuntenomics. As I told you before, a woman only values herself on the opinions of men. To prove this, I have done in the previous videos where I mentioned the theory about blonde hair. Women truly base themselves on male male approval. We can show this by also the fact that they have abolished words such as bitch, slut, whore, harlot, adulteress, bossy. All of these words they have tried to abolish. The reason for that is quite simple. They do not like harsh words from men because that forces them to reflect on themselves. It is like sticking a mirror in front of a vampire and saying, "Look at yourself. Look at yourself." They cannot look at themselves because they cannot see their own reflection. The only time they can see their own reflection is when a vampire gets beaten up and he has bruises all over his face and the bruises show up on the mirror. Through the mirror, they can see themselves. This is the only time it works. It's the same thing with men and women. Women walk around narcissistic, living in ego until a man knocks her off the pedestal. Only when he knocks her off the pedestal is she able to see herself in the mirror. The reason for this is that the mirror was underneath her. She was too high because she was on a pedestal. She had to be knocked off the pedestal to be even with the mirror so she can look at herself. Not very hard to follow, folks. I hope you all understand that narcissism, that is you actually in women, is also the exact same reason why women get it easier in court. Let me explain to you why. If you are a narcissist and you have the mental disorder of narcissism, you are very easily influenced. Meaning, you will go along straight into danger and not realize that you're walking right into danger. It's true. If you have a narcissist in your life, you can manipulate them to do anything that you want. You could tell them to stand on one foot and hop around and bark like a dog, and they will. Because they are very easily influenced. You could tell them to do anything, and they will do it. So be careful with these people. Just be careful of them. Be careful of everybody, really. But especially the narcissist. Stay away from women that are 5 minutes late. Stay away from women that don't want to pay. Stay away from women that don't value your money. Stay away from women that don't understand that you had to sacrifice an hour's time to earn that $10 or $12, whatever you earn. Stay away from women like that. No self-respecting woman, no real woman would actually expect for you to take her out on a date that costs money. Because you can just simply take her to a park, bring your own lunch, bring your own dinner with you, and have a picnic somewhere. A date should not have to cost money. Because you are getting to learn her, you are getting to know who she is. You should not have to pay for that. It's not a 1-900 sex line where you pay $1 a minute to talk to her. Come on, get real. A date is a date. There should be no money even involved. Maybe for a taxi ride. Take you to the park. Whatever. You can go to the beach, walk your dogs on the beach. There's no reason to have to go to the traditional restaurant, then the movies afterwards, and all this horseshit. Don't fall for the trap. You are men. You are very wise. You should also know this by now. If you don't raise the bar on a female, she can never get mad at you in the first place because you never raised the bar. If you force her to pay for the first meal, pay for herself, then she will always know that you're going to be that way. And if she accepts it and doesn't run away like a cheap little violated cunt in her Cuntenomics, and if she stays, you got a good woman there. So I would really say to every guy out there, if you're going on a date and you want to know if a woman's good or bad, simply don't pay and see what happens. Because the first thing that will happen to them is they get offended. They're offending. It's because you're offending their way of life and you're offending their Cuntenomics. This is War Drums Fire. See you all later, guys.